guys, welcome. If you are new, my name is Donna, and today's video is going to be my spring book recommendations video. So in this recommendation video, I am going to share with you all the books that I recommend you to read in springtime. Some of these books I have not read, so they're more like, this is what I would want to read in the spring. I'm also, if you can't tell from behind me, have my Owlcrate box back there because I got a special edition of a book from Owlcrate and it has finally showed up on my doorstep. So I figured I would unbox it here and share with you guys it because I would also read this book in spring as well. So for the first books, I have this big stack, so I will take these three off the top and I will talk to you about each of them because this is a trilogy. Actually, no, it's a series because the fourth one should be coming out or is already out. So the first book that I have here in the Girl Meets Duke series is The Duchess Deal by Tessa Dare. I was right. This is a beautiful cover, by the way. So we have this book. So The Duchess Deal is about a girl named Emma who is desperate and calls on the Duke Ash for payment for her labor sewing his ex-fiance's wedding gown. Ash is also desperate in that he needs a wife to produce a heir to pass his title on to. They make an agreement and go into a marriage of convenience. I was told, and the reason why I bought this and read it was because it was a Beauty and the Beast retelling almost, and yes it was. I love this one, but it's like all cozy and like to be honest, it could probably go for summer, but I'd probably start reading them in springtime, then keep reading until summertime, because to me, summer and spring are almost like the same season here in Canada, at least where I am, and we don't get that big chunk of spring. So there's that book. I think this is the second one. I don't remember. Now I'm drawing a blank. Oh well. The second one, don't quote me, The Governess Game, which again, stunning cover. Like, who is she? This one is after her livelihood slips through her fingers, Alexandra Mountbatten takes on an impossible post, transforming a pair of wild orphans into proper young ladies. However, the girls don't need discipline. They need a lovely home, or a loving home. I actually think this one is book 3. I really wish this had a thing on here. I don't know which book this one is. No, I think actually this is book 2. We got this. We got this. We're almost there. The third book is The Wallflower Wager, which again, stunning. I need the fourth book to look exactly like this one, like the size and the old fashioned. You know, we need this. We need to empower me to get the style again. So this one is Loyal and Passionate Lady Penelope Campion. I don't know how to say the last name. Never met a lost or wounded creature she wouldn't take into her home and her heart. When her imposing and attractive new neighbor demands she clear out the rescued animals, Penny sets him a challenge. She will part with her precious charges if he can find them loving homes. Like, these are all so cute and adorable, and I would totally read them again in the springtime, just to get the feels of spring. So the next one on this list is literally the most the most springtime book I can probably put on this list. And I have read this just like the other books, but like this is a really good springtime book. That would be The Secret Garden, which this is the Owlcrate copy, and I think it is very stunning, to say the least. And this tells the story of Mary Lennox, a spoiled young English girl being raised in India. After the death of her parents, she is sent to live in her mysterious uncle's Yorkshire estate. Mary is disagreeable, used to being waited on, and intentionally does not even know how to dress herself. So, as the title states, you have a secret garden, and I mean, springtime, you start gardens. I look at springtime, garden, secret garden, that sounds amazing. And what not be better than a classic book? On top of another classic book that I want to shout out here, I actually have two versions of this, and that would be Pride and Prejudice. I cannot say the words, but I have two copies. I have this one that I found in a charity place. I don't remember what it's called. I'm drawing a blank. It's okay. But like, there's this copy that I have that looks like really old and, you know, bruised and stuff. And then I have an Owlcrate copy that looks also as stunning. And classics, I would say read these in the spring. I haven't read this one yet. I did read the last one. But this one is about when Elizabeth Bennet first meets eligible bachelor Fitzwilliam Darcy. She thinks him arrogant and conceited. He is indifferent to her good looks and lively mind. When she later discovers that Darcy has involved himself in the troubled relationship between his friend Bingley and her beloved sister Jane, she is determined to dislike him more than ever. In the sparkling comedy of manners that follows, Jane Austen shows the folly of judging by first impressions and superbly evokes the friendships, gossip, and snobberies of provincial middle-class life. So I'm here for this, actually. I kind of cannot wait to read these at some point. But if you've read them, I hope you enjoyed them, especially during the springtime. So this next one I have not read, but the cover screams springtime. Okay. Actually, I have a few covers that scream springtime. So this one is called Close Enough to Touch, by Colleen Oakley. I mean, look at this cover. Okay. Does that not scream springtime? It does to me. It could also scream summertime, but I think of this as springtime. So this one has to do with Jubilee Jenkins has a rare condition. She's allergic to human touch. After a nearly fatal accident, she became reclusive, living in the confines of her home for 9 years. But after her mother dies, Jubilee is forced to face the world and the people in it that she's been hiding from. And to be honest, this is probably a book up my alley right now because I barely leave my house because I just don't want to interact with humans outside my home. And I just get paranoid and scared and stuff. So I think this would be a perfect time to read this right now. AKA maybe put it on my TBR for the next couple of months to see if I actually get to it. But yeah, so that's this one. We are here with another This Cover Screams Spring, but I do know by the synopsis and what I've heard about this book, it is definitely not like a spring type book. It's more like creepy October vibes, but cover screams springtime. And personally, you can read these types of books throughout the year, so why not in the springtime? So this one is called Small Favors by Erin A. Craig. I did read a book from her already and I gave it 3 stars. I thought I'd like it more, but I'm hoping this one I like a lot more than what the one I did read. So this one is in the small community of Amity Falls, 18-year-old Ellery Downing spends her days tending to her family's beehives and secretly dreaming of life beyond the woods that surround the village. But when townsfolk begin to go missing, tales of beasts that stalked the settlement in its early years resurface. So this screams spring, and inside screams more eerie, uh, gothic vibes. But it's okay. We all love those types of things throughout the year, so why not pick this one up? This is actually part of my buzzword challenge for, I think, July. I don't actually remember. So the next one, I don't like this cover, to be honest. I've seen other covers and that's the one I'm going for the vibe of spring, because I don't like this cover. Anyways, the next one is called The Sun Is Also a Star. This one's not for me. Like the cover, it's not for me. I'm hoping I like this one because this is by Nicola Yoon. But this has to do with college-bound romantic Daniel Bay and Natasha Kingsley meet and fall for each other over one magical day amidst the fever and flurry of New York City. Sparks immediately fly between these two strangers who might never have met had fate not given them a little push. With just hours left on the clock in what looks to be her last day in the US, Natasha is fighting against her family's deportation just as fiercely as she's fighting her growing feelings for Daniel. So, like, it's cute, and I cannot wait to read it at some point. Here with another classic. I swear, classics are really good for like springtime and like autumn time. So I'm here with you for the springtime classics at the moment. Maybe I'll do like a autumn fall recommendations and we'll go from there. So this one I got from Book Outlet, and it's really pretty. This I don't know what kind of edition this is. Paper Mill Press, actually. Got it. And that is Little Women. I don't know how much you can see of that because the glare and just how it is. So I haven't read this one either, and I cannot wait to read it. But this has to do with grown-up Meg, tomboyish Joe, and timid Beth, and precious Amy. The four March sisters couldn't be more different, but with their father away at war and their mother working to support the family, they have to rely on one another. Whether they're putting on a play, forming a secret society, or celebrating Christmas, there's one thing they can't help wondering: will father return home safely? I know it says Christmas in that, but I would totally read this in the springtime as well. So, I mean, this can be a Christmas book, a springtime book, summer book, even probably autumn book. I'd read it all year round. The next one is because of this pretty cover and the fact that it has flowers. I mean, springtime, it reminds me of flowers. And that is Wild Beauty. And this is a wild beauty of a book. The women are not like other women. They can create flowers with only their hands, but they're also cursed. They can't leave their magical garden estate of La Padrera without getting sick. And on top of that, if they fall in love too deeply, their loves disappear into thin air. I mean, flowers, curses, and people disappearing. Why not throw that into a spring read? Okay, so the next few are going to be Morris trilogies and duology, you know? So we're gonna get on to the next book, and that is the Once Upon a Broken Time. No, that's not what it's called. Once Upon a Broken Heart series by Stephanie Garber. I recently read this one and currently going to be on book 2. So I haven't read the rest of this one, but just look at this. It's stunning and it's like yelling springtime. So this one, for as long as she can remember, Evangeline Fox has believed in true love and happy endings until she learns that the love of her life will marry another. Desperate to stop the wedding and to heal her wounded heart, Evangeline strikes a deal with the charismatic but wicked Prince of Hearts. So obviously, I might as well grab up these. So we have the book 1. We have book 2, which is The Ballad of Never After, which again yells springtime. And book 3 is A Curse for True Love. This one screams more like a fall vibe, but because it's a trilogy, I would suggest you read them all at once so that you can actually finish the book. But all 3 of these, especially the spines, are just beautiful and call out springtime. I suggest you read these beauties, because if not, we're gonna have an issue. No, I'm joking. No, they are ones I would recommend. Okay, so the last one, and before I get there, is my Owlcrate unboxing. And this is quite heavy. This is how the side looks, and obviously the front and this piece. But I figured I would open this because it is obviously going to go with the next book. I've already looked at this, so I'm just sharing with you guys. But we got this little card here that says, "Write me a story where there is no ending, Kit. Write to me and fill my empty spaces. Rebecca Ross." I'm super excited for this book because I've been waiting months to get my hands on this book. And believe me, I've been in sprints talking about it, and everybody knows how much I'm wanting this book right now. But that is the Ruthless Vows book. And look how stunning this cover is. And it screams springtime. So I figured it was the best way to actually share with you. We have this side and this. It's so pretty. We also have the inside. And we also have the signed with the note on the inside. And I believe there's an extra chapter. And this is what the inside looks like. It's so cute. Oh my god, I love it. And I have the first one that matches with the book. Well, sort of. But it is from Owlcrate, so they kind of match together. So this series, I would classify reading it in springtime. Not even, you can read it really whenever, but the covers give off so much spring that it just makes you want to jump right in. And you always want to jump right into spring. So this is when 2 young rival journalists find love through a magical connection. They must face the depths of hell in a war among gods to seal their fate forever. And I'm so excited to get to this book right now. It's not even funny. So that is it for me for today's video. Thank you all for coming and being a part of my channel. I recently reached 500 subscribers, and oh my god, thank you so much to everybody who has been here and is here that is new. I've been on sprints just hanging out with people and getting to know others, and I'm just so emotionally, like, I'm feeling like I'm gonna cry here in a minute. So emotionally happy to have you guys here. If you have any suggestions on what I could do to celebrate more or less all you guys here. For my 500 subscribers, please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear your intake on what you guys want me to do to celebrate with you guys. And yeah, so I'm gonna leave you at this part. Thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate it again. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and like I said, comment down below what you think I should do for 500 subscribers, or any books that you think would be for springtime, or an emoji. Doesn't matter, I'm not picky. And I will see you in my next video. So, bye guys.